Alrighty. Getting everything set up. Just hopping on TikTok. Make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel so you can get notified every time we go live. We do real life repairs just about every day. Alright. Just gonna set my TikTok up really quick, y'all. And we are gonna hit it. Come on, man. Alright, we finna get it in. I'm gonna go ahead and knock this stuff out. I want to try to give y'all a really good visual of what's going on. It can be difficult for me to provide that sometimes because I am using a tripod, but I will do my best. Let's see. Alright, so before we get too far into it, so y'all can see, we're going to be working on this GMC Crew Cab. So we're only going to need a few tools. Right now we're going to be doing the passenger side valve cover gasket, coils, spark plugs. Now yesterday we changed the oil pressure sensor, knock sensor, valve covers, and tune up on the driver's side before it started raining really bad. So it's going to go ahead, let's go over here and grab these tools real quick. We're gonna make sure we get these done before it starts raining. So, just for y'all to see what the heck's going on here. We got our AC Delco spark plugs. We're gonna be using our 3/8. We're gonna also be using our ratchet wrench. Spark plug socket set. We got our valve covers right there, and we got us some spark plug wires. So we're gonna go ahead and knock out this passenger side. The only thing that I'm gonna really need is we'll bring, everything was getting wet yet. So we'll bring our tools over to the side. And then we'll go from there. It looks like it is going to rain today as well. But we got to get quite a bit done. Alright, so make sure that if y'all have not subscribed to the channel yet, subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's under the same name as my TikTok. If y'all have not followed the TikTok page yet, Make sure y'all follow that page so you can get notified when we go live, because we do real live repairs just about every day. Everybody just joining. If you haven't read the description, working on a GMC Crew Cab with the LS in it. I'm going to show you how to do your valve covers, spark plugs, wires, etc. Let's go ahead and get into it without further ado, because it looks like it's probably going to rain today. If y'all was on my live yesterday, it started raining like crazy. We was still out here getting it while it was raining. Alright, so let me just set y'all up real quick as best as I can. Okay. It's not too bad. Alright, let me verify that y'all can see what's going on. It's real hard to set the camera up in a decent way where you can all get visuals of what's going on here, especially for my YouTube audience. Let me drop this down some. Appreciate the likes, man, and I ain't even started doing nothing yet. I need to tilt this some. Maybe like this. Let's see. Bear with me, guys, for a quick sec. I'm trying to get the camera set up so y'all can get a nice quality watch. Dang, man. Okay. It's gonna have to be. Alright, I think that's gonna be probably as good as I can get the camera. One sec. Sheesh, man. Alright, guys, I'm having a super hard time getting my YouTube camera set up, which is up top. I might have to bring her down. Let's try this. Okay. There you go. Nice. I think we're on to something now. Figured out something I never knew before. Alright. Oh, crap. Alright. That's my YouTube cam. Let's see. If y'all haven't followed the YouTube page yet, make sure y'all follow. Subscribe to the channel. It is under the same name. My TikTok channel is under. And we go live just about every day, doing real live repairs. Let's go ahead and get it in now. After this police pass. Alrighty, y'all. Knock this out. Okay. So right here, we got these heater hoses. They're completely in the way. Somebody put ball valves on there, which ball valves should not be on your heater hoses, which are these things here. Somebody probably put that on there, so if they ever wanted to cut off the water from going inside, they could do that. It's just it's a jerry rig. It's not supposed to be done. So don't put ball valves on your heater hoses. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get these fuel injector wires out of the way. Let me grab something. Alright. Let's get these fuel injector wires out the way. Make sure y'all drop a follow. Drop some likes. We're working on a crew cab. A 2005 LS motor 5.3. If y'all got one of these, y'all already know what time it is when it comes to these LS's. Yesterday we changed the knock sensors, the valve cover on the driver's side, and now we're gonna do the passenger side. We would have finished yesterday, but it started raining really bad. Okay, so it's real simple. You're gonna have a clip right here that powers up your whole coil harness. Next thing you're gonna do is just unplug your wires from each coil. 1, 2, you're gonna have 4 of them. Man, bro, it's getting windy already, man. Can't get a break out here, bro. 3, 4. All right, and then next we're gonna have 10mm bolts holding on the whole coil, and we'll take the coils off as an assembly. Let me see if I can. I'm not really satisfied with my TikTok camera. How about right there? It's a little bit better. That's a little better. Hopefully you can see what you're doing. The chat is kind of in the way of the work on the TikTok camera, which I really don't like at all. But let's get it going. Let's get these coils off. All right. So you're gonna have these long studs. That's what they look like. They'll have a top and a bottom. It's really long. Appreciate the likes. And you're gonna have 5 of these. We're gonna take them off real quick so we can get off these coils. Now I could just take them off right here, but it's easier to replace them with the whole bracket off. And it doesn't take a lot of extra work. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we got one more in the freaking back that is going to be a little bit difficult to go to. Make sure y'all follow the page. Right now we're working on an LS 5.3. You're going to find these in your Chevys, your Tahoes, your Escalades, 2000, 2005-ish. Crap. Okay, and then I got one more screw in the very far back near the firewall. And if y'all are working and touching where the firewall is, you want to be careful because it's fiberglass, so then your fingers and your hands will get all itchy. You do know it doesn't matter what wires go to. Yeah, I'm aware of that, Manolo. If you go look at my page, bro, this is what I do for a living, actually. Also, the way these wires work, you can't mess them up. I'll show it to you in a second. This one wire, this one harness itself, it powers all the coils. All the wires of the coils are in line with where they go. You can't mess it up. It's impossible because the wires are not long enough to go to a different coil. I mean, even your spark plug wires, they're directly in line with the coils. You can't mess it up. All right, so I'm just getting this 10 millimeter on. There's this bracket back here that's pissing me off. So I put a swivel, a 10 mil, and I'm gonna ratchet it off real quick. Let me grab me an extension. Alright, I got my swivel on an extension, no flip-flops today. Brandon Smith, what's poppin', bro? Hey, I got my AC Man boots on today, bro. You know what I'm saying? Too much mud. Too much mud out here. We finna get the other side knocked out right now, bro. And then I'm gonna move the truck and do that oil pan gasket, man. I gotta finish this today, bro. Man, I don't know if my swivel broke or what, but this ain't cutting it, bro. It's gotta be a deep socket though, cause there's one 10 millimeter in the very back. It's like right on the firewall, so it makes it very difficult to get something on there. Now in reality, I guess I don't really have to I don't have to take off this whole bracket, but I want to. Alright, I want to. Okay, I busted it loose. Make sure y'all follow the page. Subscribe to the YouTube channel under the same name that my TikTok is. And you're bound to learn something. You're bound to. Alright. It's getting out of hand. Ugh. This is getting out of hand, man. Come on. So I have no room back here. Damn. That's the bolt that I was trying to get. It's right there. And now we can take off the whole coil pack as an assembly. Ouch. With the bracket. And now we are at the actual valve cover, which is right here. This thing is kind of in y'all's way a little bit. This stupid hose. So this is going to be the valve cover. We got 4 8mm bolts, and that valve cover is going to come off. No problem. Let me use this rag right quick because I got a little bit of water in one of these intakes where the intake hole goes. And I cannot have water. Oh shoot. This thing's full. All right. So what we're gonna have to do, man, before I put the intake manifold back on, we're gonna have to fire up the air compressor, and we're gonna have to blow out each one of these intake holes. I'll show you what that looks like when we get to it. But because it was raining real bad yesterday, a lot of water fell inside, or some water fell inside the heads. Yeah, see, put up your tent. All right. What the heck? What was that? It's in the road. Appreciate the road. Appreciate the likes. Appreciate the gifts. Okay, let's keep it moving. Okay. So we got these 8mm. 8mm on top of the valve covers right here. I'm just gonna make them, bust them loose, and then get them the rest of the way with the automatic. Ouch. And I'm gonna use this, my oil cap, as a chin rest. I got one more in the back, and we're gonna have off this valve cover. Alright, we got those loose. We're gonna switch over to the automatic and have these bad boys off in no time. Ooh. 3. 4. Alright. There we go. This will get off your valve cover on your 5.3 liter LS. Valve cover, the reason why we're taking that off is so we can replace these gaskets on the valve cover because they're leaking. So let me go set this to the side real quick. Out. All right, now next we're gonna also change out the spark plugs and the wires. So what we'll do is go ahead and pull these bad boys off. That's one. And you're gonna have 4 of them. 2. You're gonna have to pull these things with a little bit of huevos, cause it ain't always gonna be easy. 3. That far back one's the hardest one to get to because it's right on the firewall. But it can be done. There you go, number 4. Whoa. Alright guys, so this is where it comes in for us to use our spark plug. Our spark plug tool. Right here, we got a Matco spark plug tool. You can use your regular spark plug sockets. I like these because there's 4 sizes and they swivel. They swivel on it, on the head. So let me use this one and this one. So they look like this here. Has the rubbers on the inside and they swivel. So usually I only need these 2 here, a short one and like a mid-range one. Make sure y'all follow the page, the TikTok page. Also, make sure that y'all subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's under the same name as my TikTok. And I guarantee you'll learn something every time you hop on the lives when you get notified. Alright, so let's go ahead and get to it. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to put the socket on the spark plug. Now, I'd rather y'all have a better visual, honestly. The visual is going to be a little bit hard to get. A better one will. Let me see if I can bring y'all in for a better visual somehow. Which may or may not be possible. It may not be possible. Okay. Let's see something. It's a good spot. That is a pretty decent spot. Not for TikTok though. For YouTube, it's freaking ideal. But I may be able to make some shake. Hold on. Okay. I think we're on to something. Alright, F it. I'm gonna put y'all down here so y'all get to see exactly what the F is going on. Sean! Alright, this is how it's gonna look. There's one of my spark plugs right here. And there it is. See, this wire's in the way. So spark plug there. Put your socket on there like that. Matter of fact, I'll do YouTube the same way. Spark plug right here. And you put your socket on there. Give me a sec, guys. I'm trying to adjust my YouTube camera, because y'all got the better view. Okay. Sean! Hey, Sean!
You lucky girl.
I'm working on cars. Okay. Alright, we're gonna bust them loose and keep it moving. Alright, that's loose. Then I go on to my next one. There's another one right over here. We're gonna bust this one loose. Go on to the next one. Hey, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Follow the YouTube. My YouTube page is under the same name my TikTok is. So y'all can learn yourself something, and you can save yourself some money when it comes to working on these cars. Now what I like to do is, after I get them loose, just use my automatic to make quick work of it. Alright. And now we got the spark plug out of there, which y'all can see right here. Spark plug is out, and we got 4 more to do. Just like that. Real simple. So let me see if I can set y'all up so y'all can be a part of the process. and join in the festivities of what's going on. Oh, of what's going on. Let's see. Yeah, y'all gonna have to just chill while I get these plugs out. The hardest one's gonna be the very far back one. All right, got this bad boy. All right, it's number 2, right there. Okay, then I haven't broke loose the back 2 yet. One of them's right here. This number 3. And make sure all y'all right there on YouTube subscribe to the channel. Oh, that's right. So you're gonna turn upwards on this. Lefty loosey, buddy. Ugh. Alright, she's broke loose. Right, and then when she's broke loose, we come back with that automatic to make it quick. Just like that. Alright, you see? We got the other spark plug out. And then we only got one left, which is the very far back one, which is the hardest one to get out of all 8. And I don't know where I put my other socket at. Dang it. Alright, give me a second while I find this other spark plug socket. I don't know what the heck I did with it, man. Come on, bro. Alright, I found it. Alright, guys, so for the hardest one of them all, it's gonna be way back here. Alright, now I got this super short 5/8. See how that fits on there? Perfect. It's just enough space for me to get it in. Right in there. This is gonna be on your 5/3. And if I can do it with a camera, you can do it without a camera. There we go. I got you set up. Man, look how much I just love the community. That's crazy. I love the community enough to take my time out to show you how to do the hard stuff live. And I can't even get my YouTube fan set up, man. Jesus. Alright, hold on. Alright, let's see. I'm just trying to set up YouTube. Oh crap. Give me a sec, y'all. I'm trying to set up YouTube. So I got my other phone right here. I stream YouTube on. Alright, YouTube. Y'all finna just be out of there for a sec. Y'all don't love me anyways like TikTok does. Okay. So here is the other one. We're gonna just break that loose real quick, so we're not making this a freaking project. Alright, and then so y'all can see exactly how this is going. Alright. Go up with it. Alright, this is the far back one against the firewall. This is usually the one everybody has problems with. But you can see it can be done relatively easy. Alright, so just broke it loose. Now I'm gonna use my automatic. And there she blows. There she blows. Alright. So now that that's out the way, we got the valve covers off, wires off, coils off, spark plugs out. Now we're gonna go ahead and continue with what we're gonna do now. We need to check the gap. We need to check the gap on all of our spark plugs before we put them in there, alright? Alright, so if y'all haven't followed the page yet, make sure that you follow the page so y'all can get notified when we go live, because we be doing real live stuff all the freaking time. Alright, follow the page. Go follow the YouTube channel, which is under the same name that my TikTok channel is, alright? Alright. Here's our old wires here, and we got new wires. Okay. We got OE replacement AC Delco spark plugs. I'm going to show you what the gap is. Give me a second. Look for my keys. This commercial is brought to you by Whataburger Coffee. Alright, now back to the action. Alright, so I'm taking them all out, and then we're going to check the gap on each one of these. I'll show you how you do it. Love your coffee. Yeah, I appreciate you, sir. You know what I mean? You got to. Clean that valve cover. Come on, Tapo. I was hoping you ain't get on, bro. I could get away with not cleaning this stupid valve cover. Alright, guys. So this is how you're going to check your spark plug gap. You got your spark plug gap right here. This is not a key ring, but I use it for it anyways. Alright, gap should be about, as far as the other ones, they were sitting about right there, which is, and you can't even see, 0.43. It looks better way out here. Alright, appreciate the like. So we're going to check out, we're going to make sure they're all the same. Alright, that's the same. That one's the same. And that one's the same as well. Alright, great. Now we're going to go back and put the rest of these things in. It looks like it's going to rain, and we ain't got a whole bunch of time. So look at the working hand, man. You feel me? If your hands don't look like this, I don't know what your wife thinks about you. Truly. No, I'm joking. Don't take me personally. Alright, so let's get it. I'm gonna set you boys back up where it matters. Set y'all up where it matters. Oh crap. off of it while you can. Those things are going from, I don't know, let's just say 8 to 15 grand. Even if you can make, even if you get it for 8 grand, you spent 5, you just made 3 grand on it. That's still a good deal. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and blow out our intake. I'm going to show you what this is gonna look like. You're gonna see water flying everywhere. Water flying everywhere. Alright guys. So every port that I blow out, I will cover up the other ports. Alright. How much for the short bed Chevy? Actually bro, it's a long bed. And that one works, man. I gotta change the bearings on the steering column, which I'm gonna do that probably within the next couple of days, because I gave that to my mom. Alright. Alright, so you ready for this one? Check out all the water in here. I know y'all seen that. Water everywhere. Water everywhere, bro. Hey, you hear me, bro? I was working in that rain yesterday, bro. I got water all inside the intake. So we gotta make sure this thing is super dry. I mean, all the other holes, it was just that one hole that had a lot of water in it. But it is pretty moist in here, which isn't necessarily like a huge deal, but alright guys, we gotta hurry up because it looks like it's starting to sprinkle a little bit. Now, usually bro, when I am sealing the gasket, it requires sealing. I'm gonna use some Permatex. I get my Permatex from Walmart because you can get Permatex from AutoZone or O'Reilly's. And you're gonna pay like $5 to $6 more for the Permatex. You go to Walmart and get the same Permatex for way cheaper. But exactly, like MVP says on this valve cover gasket, since the cover isn't needing a timing cover, you don't need to put no no silicone on it. Now usually, bro, now that I'm a little older, if there's a rubber gasket, I don't put extra sealing on it. That's what the gasket is for. It's a little bit different when if it's a paper gasket. I may or may not do it because I'm a little worried about a paper gasket. I prefer a rubber gasket or a metal gasket of some sort. So I'm also cleaning off the mating surface where the intake's gonna sit back, so we don't have no discrepancy. Now I will tell you this: if you are reusing a gasket, then you can put a thin layer of silicone on that gasket that you are reusing. Thin layer, and it'll be just fine. Trust me. If you wanna replace it, go ahead. You know, if you're a mechanic, then put it back. You can take it back off if you have issues, like me. All right. All right, guys. So I'm gonna show you what that looks like. I am going to show y'all what that looks like. So, yeah, this guy still looks good. Okay. Alright, guys. So, look. Right here, we have our intake mount. We're going to go ahead and put this back on. We're pretty much done. Okay. So, the intake manifold, if you look on the side, you can tell on the side that this orange gasket is raised up like a centimeter. If it's raised up like this, the gasket is still good. You can reuse it. You can put it back on there. If this thing is flat, it's flush with everything else, then you need to replace it. But see, this gasket is still raised up all the way around on all 8 ports. So we give this thing a wipe down and it's gonna go back on there. Just gonna wipe this bad boy down, no prob. Put this bad boy back on there, man. Now if you want to replace it, go ahead. But this rubber gasket is still good. Matter of fact, it looks like somebody just replaced this. It looks still brand spanking new. Alright, let's keep it going. This right here will be the so-called hard part, where we put the intake back in. So let's get it. Alright, y'all. So I had this out my way. This is going to be in the far back, because it comes over like this. And let's see, this right here is going to be for this white clip is going to go to your coil packs. Put that back on there. Make sure it's out the way. These are all your fuel injector lines, so just kind of push those out the way. The knock sensor comes up and over like this, and this is like for your mass airflow sensor back here. Also, you have this one hose that connects onto your throttle body. I'll show you where it goes in a second. Let's go ahead and put this back in like it should go. Now, real quick, let's see, what is this? That's just gas. Okay. Why is there gas coming out from it? Oh, okay. Alright, let's go ahead and throw this thing back in there. Like that. Okay. Let's go ahead and get her button. Let's get her put in there, man. Let's get her in there, man. Real quick. Here's some Permatex Ultra Black. Got this from Walmart. This works really well. I like from Walmart getting a Permatex 90-minute gasket maker. It dries a lot faster. It's like 12 bucks. Totally worth it. All right. So let's go ahead. Just finagle this in here. Come on, man. Okay. Now I got a PVC. I got a PVC line that's over here where my right hand is. This is gonna go over the purge valve line. Okay. Also, oh wait a minute. Let me see some. Okay. This right here is for the NOx sensor. This actually connects onto the top of the intake manifold right here. Now, I thought I saw another clip back here. Give me a sec. I could be tripping. Yeah, see? There's another clip right here. The F is this one? Okay. Alright, let's keep it moving. So you're gonna have this other clip way back here. This is gonna go to the absolute manifold pressure. MAP, not MAF, MAP. Okay. So we're just gonna finagle this in. I got my brake booster line right here too. I'll show you where that goes in just a second. Let's go ahead and get this intake in here. Alrighty. You wanna make sure your wires ain't pinched. Just like this. Gotcha. Now, so we got, this is all of our fuel injector lines over here on this side. The reason, and I always take off, when I'm taking off this intake, I leave the fuel rail connected to the intake manifold, so I'm not dealing with leaky fuel injectors after I take off the freaking injectors. You probably put the injectors back on, take the fuel rail off, you put everything back on, try to start it off, bro. It's like leaking. Now you got to get new O-rings for the fuel injector. It's just too much stuff, bro. Just disconnect the fuel line. All right, so right back here, this is your MAP sensor. We're gonna plug this in right back there. Okay, and then I'll show you how this goes in a sec. Let's go ahead and plug in all of our we're gonna plug in our fuel injector clips back. I got this far back one over here. You're not gonna be able to see too well, but y'all know what I'm doing. Hey, if y'all haven't yet, make sure that you follow the page. What's up, Polaris 4x4? What's the deal? Make sure that y'all follow the TikTok page and subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's under the same name that my TikTok is. My YouTube channel is under the same name that my TikTok channel is. Subscribe, because sometimes I go live on YouTube and I don't go live on TikTok. Jeffrey, what's up, bro? Oh, hey, if y'all send me any messages, man, I haven't seen them. Sometimes when I go inside, bro, I be clocked out. Next thing you know, I done fell asleep. What year is SUV? This is like a 2005. It's a GMC Sierra Crew Cab with the LS 5.3. All right, so let's continue. Let's continue what we got, man. So I'm just plugging back in my fuel injectors real quick. Nothing crazy. You're gonna feel them when they snap in place too. You also can't put them, you can't really put them wrong, man, because they all really only, the wires of each thing only goes so far. So the wire length will always match up with where you have to plug it. Okay? The wire length will most likely always match up with where you have to plug it. If everything is OEM and no one's messed with it before. Alright? And then you got these little special clips on here. They kind of slide in. This will lock it in place. And this should be. Okay. And that works too. Okay, so we got those 4 on. Now. You took out all the spark plugs and wires at one time yesterday on the other side. Yeah. I took out the wires, plugs, and the coil. I did the whole other side yesterday, but it started raining real bad. If y'all was tuning in, bro, I was working outside in the rain and it was pouring down, man. All right. So look, you're going to have this really long hose right here that comes from your radiator. This connects to the bottom of the throttle body on this side. So it's like an air-cooled, it's a, it is a coolant-cooled throttle body. Where was all the water coming out of? Nah, bro, Purnell, on this one, the wires are directly in line with where the coils go. This isn't a distributor. So on the distributors, yeah, you have to match them up. Okay. So right here, this throttle body, this hose is like an air hose. It'll connect right here on the valve cover. Right there. Boom. Okay, and then right here, I got a screw. Man, it's starting to rain, bro. I gotta hurry up. Okay. Right here on my screwdriver is another coolant hose that connects to the other side of the throttle body. Dang, man. Whoa. Don't you fall on me. Alright, we're almost there. We're almost there, y'all. But it is starting to sprinkle. So we're gonna have to account for the sprinkles in just a second. It starts getting too crazy. We're gonna have to move real fast. All right. It start getting too crazy. We're gonna have to move real fast, y'all. All right. So just keep it going. Now we back on this. Now we're on the other side. We're on this side now. All right. We're on this side now, YouTube. Make sure that y'all subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow my TikTok page. And we'll keep it moving. Alright, so y'all can see what else we got going. I've done these so many times, I kind of know exactly where things are. So I got this hose that I moved out the way. I left it connected to my intake. Here's the hose. This goes to your brake booster, which is the brake. It'll go right over here. Boom. So we'll make sure that that's snug down in just a second. You also have it's your PVC line. You got this right here. This little hose here on this plastic line. It'll go to the back of the valve cover where the PCV valve is. Okay? You'll see it. There's like a little nipple back there you gotta plug it into. Alright, so we'll plug it into there, but real quick what we're gonna do is, I'll tell you what we're gonna do before I start getting stuff all in my way. We're gonna bolt down this intake manifold. They're 8mm bolts. So let's do that because it's starting to rain and I need to get this on, so if I need to I can move the truck to the concrete. Alrighty. Give me a second, y'all. I'm looking for my 8mm. Okay, which I can't find. There it goes. Alright, I found it. Here's my 8mm. It's sitting right in front of my face. And we're gonna use, I need my adapter. Alright, let's get it going. Okay, so I like using a 1/4 inch 8mm because it's a lot skinnier. Rain again, bro. Yeah, bro, tell me about it. I already knew it was gonna rain today, man. It's supposed to rain for the rest of the week. So yeah, man, I just need this to be far enough to where I can start it, I can move it onto the concrete. I'll pop my canopy up and then I'll still do the oil pan gasket. Yeah, you said it. Yeah, it was raining real hard yesterday, Pernell. Matter of fact, if you go to my YouTube channel, go to my playlist, go to live, you can see yesterday it was pouring. So anyways, let me go ahead and tighten these. All right, we're just getting this intake manifold buttoned down. You're gonna have 5 bolts per side. No, bro, this is actually AC Delco. AC Delco, bro. I got this on Amazon for less than 50 bucks. It's not the strongest, bro, but it makes the job go quicker. More. All right, bro, so we got all 5 of them tightened down, man. But what I like to do is I always like to go back and snug them down with the hand wrench so I can make sure that it's on point. Oh yeah, MVP. So the Milwaukee, bro, is definitely better. I have the Milwaukee. It's gonna be a half head and it's way stronger. It's too strong for this application because this is plastic. That Milwaukee will probably keep on going and then it'll crack the plastic, bro. So I use that little blue one because the the torque pounds, it doesn't put out a whole lot, so I don't worry about breaking anything. It just makes my life a little bit easier. Okay, see how all this extra that I still have on this, it didn't tighten it down enough, but that's okay, because I like to go back and check it anyways with my hand, and I'll get it to exactly where I want it to be at. It's just the other, I use the automatic just to hurry up and get it to go down. But you should always go back, bro, and hand check it, man. Go back and hand check it. And we got one more. This makes number 5. Alright. So all 5 of those are snug. And I always go back. I snug it again. I snug it again because I'm that type of guy. Alright. Same for oil pan, bro. Exactly. Do you work alone? I do, bro. I do, man. That's why I'm giving y'all the game. So y'all can save you some money. And y'all can go out there and make some money. And so make sure that y'all follow my TikTok page, man. I do try to go live as often as possible, doing real live mobile repair jobs. Also, you want to subscribe to my YouTube channel because I got over 1,000 videos on there. And my YouTube channel is under the exact same name that my TikTok channel is. Same name as my TikTok channel. Alright, so I'm just going back and I'm making sure all these other ones are snug on this side too. Alright, snug, 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 and 2 more. Alright, those are good, bro. So, what I'll go ahead and do now is connect my fuel injector lines. Now, also, let me see here. This stupid line. I hate this thing. So this thing sits like this. And I don't know, man. It's totally unnecessary, but whatever. This thing sits like this. It's dumb. Alright, and then you got a couple screws that go on top of here to hold this on, make you think that it's cool, and it don't need to be here. A waste of my time. Of the username, Puro Mobile Repair. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, bro, it's because I do this for a living. I do this for a living, that's why. My brush fell. Okay, let's keep it moving, man. Ouch. My nuts. Okay. All right, so see how usually whenever you need to find where your stuff plugs to, it's always in the close proximity of where it needs to go. Alright, so don't get confused. This plug right here, that's for your knock sensor. Alright, now we're gonna go ahead. Uh-oh. I think I heard some rain, bro. Alright. Okay, guys. Just keep it moving. This gonna go over here. Okay. So this line right here is my fuel rail. My fuel line. Main fuel line. It's gonna go right here in this metal one. Just like this. Clipped in, now it ain't gonna come off. Now we got fuel again, going straight to it. Got the rain again. Yeah, we sure do, man. We sure do. But we got something for that rain today. We proved yesterday that the rain ain't gonna stop us, bro. We proved it. Alright. So I got one fuel injector in. That's number 2. And we only got 2 left. Number 3 and number 4. Alright. Alright. We got number 4 in there too. Come on. Alright. So that's on there. We got the coils on. Fuel rail, fuel injectors. Checking the connections. Make sure that they don't wiggle out easy. Okay. So now we got this little hose right here that sticks onto the back of the valve cover where the PCV valve is. That's gonna sit on there. And we got this right here is a purge PCV. It's one of those two, bro. Alright, this is the purge valve right here. Purge solenoid. Okay. And this purge solenoid sits just like this. It's gonna sit on the front of the intake. Right down there, and then you got one bolt. I need to learn Spanish automotive vocabulary. Why you say that, user? Why, do you work around a whole bunch of Hispanic people or what? Alright. We got that purge valve bolted down, but I know it ain't tight enough. So we're gonna snug it down. Gotcha. Nah, bro. That's not, you ain't gotta learn that, man. All you gotta do is you talk English as if you have an accent, and you can still get your point across. So you can be like, hey, the fuel line, it's not working. The fuel line is leaking. That's how I do it, bro, and it always works for me, bro. Always works. Now, if you want a few Mexican words, you can add them in there, bro. You can add them in there, like, hey, man, the gas, it's no gas. Pero no sé, I tried, pero just chiqui. No turn on. No turn on. I promise you, bro, they'll know what you're saying. They'll know, bro. Alright. So let's keep it moving, bro. Let's keep it moving. And I'm half Hispanic too, bro, so you can't tell me I'm prejudiced. Alright, I just seen a loose bolt right here for the bracket, so I'm gonna tighten that right quick. Okay, we got that on there, and I'm bilingual, but the vocab is different. Oh, okay, the vocab is different for automotive. That's crazy, man. I don't know, bro. I don't know, man. Are you talking about the vocabulary for automotive when you're like selling services, or are you talking about like shop lingo? Like if you're working in the shop, or working like in the administrative side where you're trying to sell services? Alright, This throttle body's looking a little dirty, man. I'm just some oil in here. Probably that PCV valve. Not doing too good, man. Okay. Alright, so we got everything plugged up. Only thing now we gotta put this brake booster hose on. The hose for the brake booster. Alright. Right here, man. I don't know if y'all can't even see it. Like different countries use different words for the same parts. Gotcha. Okay, okay. Yeah. I guess, man, I see what you're saying. I guess it just totally depends though, bro. Like, is it gonna help you like make more money or get a promotion or something? Because if it's not, I wouldn't really worry about it, honestly. That's just me personally. I'd probably try to focus on something that's gonna benefit me a little more. All right, so here is the line that goes to your purge solenoid, which is up top on the intake. Everything's back on. This sits here, which it doesn't really matter if you plug it on or not. I mean, okay, and then the last thing we have is this thing here. This is gonna pull all the way forward, go into this hole that's up here, and this is gonna force this to sit forward. We got a bolt and Automotive Diagnostic Consultant. Okay, yeah, that makes sense, bro. Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, absolutely then. I'm with the user. I will put that time in and learn that lingo. Oh, I totally would, bro. Alright, this thing here. I don't remember exactly how that thing went. Okay. Whatever. Alright. So we got this out the way. I'm gonna get this trash off of here. This is trash. I think we're pretty close to a startup. We are pretty darn close to a startup. Alright, so we got this on here. All that stuff is on. I'm just double checking my work, man. I'm making sure that I didn't leave anything unplugged, anything loose. Everything totally seems to be on the up and up. Let's see. Oh, yeah, bro. So I got these clamps. Hold on. Alright, so I got some clamps. They sit right here in the front of the throttle body. There's a clamp here and there's a clamp here. Both of those clamps, I gotta put them on the ends of the hose so that they don't pop off because coolant goes through there. So that's the importance. That's the importance of double checking your work, man. You got to, bro. So I'm done with the I'm already done with with the air compressor, so I just unplugged it. What's up, Wavy Santos? I mean, I'm pretty much done, bro. We just did a full tune-up. Both sides, spark plugs, wires, coils. Also replaced the knock sensor, oil pressure sensor yesterday, and we're gonna do the vent solenoid, and we're gonna do the oil pan gasket too right now. And I do believe I'll be able to get this done by today for sure. I mean, within the next couple hours, really. So let me put these clamps back where they go. All right, that's one. And we got one more clamp here. Put there we go on my 2000 single cab. Yeah. Wavy Santos on my 2000 single cab. Nice. My man got that single cab. Yeah, this one right here, this is a crew cab. I believe it's a 2005 crew cab. 5.3. Alright, man, all that stuff is on the up and up. Everything's back on. Everything's bolted down. Okay, the only thing I didn't, there's this bracket also that goes to these two heater hoses right here. Sits right there. We'll put this bracket back on. Does it need it? Probably not. You know, man, I'm not actually sure what the crap the knock sensors are for, bro, because I don't know the exact reason, like the true purpose the knock sensors play. But you can have bad knock sensors and still drive. Matter of fact, on the LS swaps, when you're doing performance motors, you can delete the knock sensors. So it's like one of those things that you could go without, honestly. But I'll tell you this, you can't pass inspection because your check engine light will come on. Your check engine light will come on, bro. But I'll tell you what, that is a good question, man. I'll look that up. I know I've looked into it a while back, but it's just not one of those, it's not one of those things that are just that important to where it's like, oh, if you don't replace this, your motor's gonna crap out. Not one of those things, man. But if you want to pass inspection, it is one of those things you got to replace. And also, not every car has knock sensors. Alright, so hey, make sure that y'all follow the page if y'all have not yet. Follow my TikTok. Also, follow my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is under the exact same name that my TikTok channel is. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to put the air snorkel back on. We're going to crank her up. We're going to leave the cover off so that when she's on, we can make sure it's not leaking or there's no vacuum leaks. Nothing crazy going on. We can see everything. And then we'll go from there. So in the meantime, I think what I'll do is I'll start moving some of this stuff out of the way that we don't need up top. Gonna move all this stuff out the way right quick. Then we'll get her cranked on. It's actually not a bad day outside, man. All right. She acts like she wants to rain, but she don't want to rain. Okay, there's that. We're gonna move all this stuff out the way. Alright, move my AC duct cover ratchet That's the way. Alright guys, and let's go ahead and get the air box. Go ahead, get our air snorkel, put that in place. It's gonna go on this way. Right. And we'll be able to plug her in. Move this out the way. It's gonna go like this. Just like that. And then one on the air box side. Just like that. Okay. And you can use yourself a flathead, or I think it's 8mm to get this on. You're a mobile mechanic and you know those. Oh, well, hey, you tell us, Diesel Tech. You tell us, Mr. Diesel Tech. You know what I mean? Yeah, bro. I mean, I don't know everything. I know how to fix cars. You know what I mean? Like, you don't know why. You don't know why, per se, let's say, the woman anatomy works the way it does. You just know that they be tripping sometimes, and you know how to make your woman happy. So you don't really got to always know every little thing. I know how to make a car that's broke work again. Alright. Alright, let's keep it going, man. Let's see. 8mm bolts right here, or you can use a 5/16 and that'll get it right. When I try to crank it and the starter stays engaged. 70 Cougar, when I try to crank it, it won't crank. So when, oh look, my man Purnell on top of it. Oh, 6-0 for the win. That's my boy right there. Look, he got that 6-0. I'm trying to get like him. Maybe if I had a 6-0, I'd make my mom proud. And my wife would probably look at me like I'm more of a man if I had one of them. You feel me? Alright. She's snug. Alrighty guys, so what I'm gonna do real quick too is so this truck just recently got purchased. New day today. You better not have a flip-flop stage. I just showed my boy Brandon. And 5D with the boost can be enough to beat the. Ooh, hey, the 4.8, nice. No lie. Owner, my Buick did the same thing, and I had a crack in my flywheel. Oh. Look, hey, I got the. You know what I mean? And you know what? Mechanics don't be rocking them. See, I used those in my AC days. When I was doing a commercial HVAC AC, those are the boots I wear. And now, I just wear them when it's muddy out and I don't want to get my feet wet because they're weather resistant. Alright, let me check this oil, man, because I don't want to be trying to turn this truck on and it ain't got no oil in there. Alrighty, she's looking beautiful. But look at that. Look at that, man. That's nice. That's what I like to see. That's what I like to see, man. Okay. Alright, bro. Now, customer got some wookie stuff going on at the battery terminal. The battery terminals are suspect to say the very least. Suspect battery terminals. Router. What router? Router asked a question or what? Okay, I guess not. Yeah, bro. Let me see if I can get y'all hemmed up. Hemmed up kind of nice. Check out what we got going on these batteries. Alrighty. We ready. Okay, bro, so as you can see over here, so on this battery terminal, looks like they use some type of, they use just a bolt. It works, but you know, it's not what it's for. Also, I have a leaking water pump. If I keep adding antifreeze, will I be okay? I mean, you'll be okay until either the bearings in the water pump go out, bro, you gotta replace it, man. You have to replace it, because I don't know what type of vehicle it is. The only thing the owner needs is a new, hold on, let's see, you have to replace the water pump. Yeah, Paris, tell them. It's a new thermostat ready to flush. Yeah, for sure. Not in the summer. Replace ASAP. Engine will shut down. Come on, bro. Engine ain't gonna shut down, but look, it depends on how it's leaking. If it's a slow leak, it'll eventually be a fast leak. What'll happen is, also, if the bearings on the inside of the water pump go out, the pulley will be spinning, but it won't be actually pumping coolant throughout your motor. So it could run it hot at the worst time, like when you're on the highway. So I definitely wouldn't chance it if it's your only car. Lincoln MKS, and it's inside the motor. The Lincoln MKS, oh, so it's on the timing chain. Bad water pump is no bueno. Yeah, so if it's on a timing chain, what's happening, well, what can also happen, bro, is the coolant will leak down and it'll get into your oil. Because the water pumps are right above, it's on your timing, but it's right above where the oil pan sits. So sometimes it won't always leak outside of the motor. It'll leak down where the timing components is, and they'll fall in your oil. And now you got really thin oil. It's contaminated. And the type of engine it is to be taken to the machine shop. Yeah, and then you got that Lincoln MKS too, bro. Like, yeah, you need that ASAP, bro. I know it's an expensive repair. I know it is. Okay. Hey. When she goes to work, I'm gonna take her. Alright, so anyways, I got this button on. Bad water pump will cause a bad problem to your engine. The coolant is supposed to flow through the engine. Don't avoid maintenance, just replace it at a small auto business. Dang, look, Paris sound like an official guy. My man say, replace it at a small auto business. Okay. Yeah, you want to shop around, bro, because that's not going to be a cheap repair. Alright, bro, so let me grab me some, I have my vice grips around here. Alright, guys. So now right here is, I've been working on cars since 2015. Okay, my boy. Car was a terrible choice. 01 Volkswagen, yes. Tell him again, Paris. I'm gonna let Paris teach, bro, because Volkswagens is, you know, maybe the older ones, bro, like the diesel Volkswagens back in the day were better, but yeah, I totally wouldn't buy, I wouldn't buy none of that stuff, honestly, bro. Volkswagens, like he said, Audis. I mean, if your money is right, if your money is right, bro, like if you can afford what you're purchasing, then go ahead, you know, have fun. All right, so look, I'm using these small bicycles because somebody had stripped these out before. Somebody stripped out the bolts on the battery. So I just need to make sure that this terminal is nice and snug and there's no play in it. Because you run a risk of it turning off, replace the terminal. Yeah, exactly. Really, you got to replace the bolt. That bolt is what's stripped out. But yeah, I can definitely recommend to the customer, if he wants to replace this bolt that goes for that terminal, by all means, I would do the same. I did a top post. I did too, bro. I hate side post. Matter of fact, I'll show you. Other brands will empty your pockets. Hey, you know, they say Jeep stands for just empty each pocket. Alright, she's good. Now I'll show y'all a top post all day, bro. Top post. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's see if I can bring a Tahoe to tack wheel pop out this guy. Come on, bro. Look, bro, I'm gonna show you this top post conversion on the 85, the square body. Top post. Man, my battery's a little wet. Dang, I should have closed the hood all the way, but it's all right. Top post all day. Also, I put a electric fuel pump primer button on there. But anyway, that's not what this is about. We'll get to this truck when I work on it. But right now we gotta start this one up so we can move it. Alright. And let me get in here. Is that an older Chevy you're working on or Toyota? This one is a GMC. Alright. So let me start this bad boy up real quick. We shouldn't have any hiccups. We shouldn't have any hiccups as we crank this bad girl on. Y'all gotta give me a quick second. I gotta take a break to blow in my breathalyzer because I totally forgot. GMC, yeah, good old GMC, man. Bad boy's nice too. I gave that truck to my mom, but she's always driving my other cars, so gotta give her a car she can drive on her own. Okay, make sure that y'all follow the page if y'all have not followed the page yet. Every time I go live, you'll learn yourself something if you stay on long enough. Oh, this makes sure that I'm not drinking. Make sure that you don't drink. So don't drink and drive, and you won't have to have one of these. So make sure that you follow the page, and you'll learn something new every time we go live that will save yourself some money. And make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's under the same name that my TikTok channel is. YouTube channel under the same name my TikTok channel is. That way, whenever I go live on YouTube, and I'm not live on TikTok, you can still. I made a lot of money from a rich kid with one of those. Made a lot of money from a rich kid. You are drinking? No, I'm not drinking. That's the reason why I'm blowing it. And how'd you make a lot of money from a rich kid with one of those? With one of these? How'd you do that, bro? Oh. So what, did you like contract out your car and put one on there? Let me see my too much info on here. Took him to work and home after 5 days. Took him to work and home for a year. Oh, so he didn't have to blow in one? That's what you was. That's crazy. So, yo, bro, I got a purge valve truck, an OEM 80, but it couldn't drive. Oh, that's crazy. Okay, I see what's going on here. Now my let me see. Man, where's my see what y'all guys talking about up here. I got a purge valve in my truck. A purge valve. Oh, what, you trying to sell it? All right, man. So, real quick, what I'm doing is I'm gonna disconnect the battery to reset the codes. My old code reader is messing up on me, so I'm having one delivered today. So in the meantime, I can't clear it with my scan tool. No replacing them. Oh, on your purge valve. My truck OEM is 80 and 2-year warranty. Aftermarket is 30. Oh, I would get the lifetime. Yeah, let me ask you this too, bro. Is the aftermarket? It's evap sensor. Is the aftermarket? You getting it online, or are you going to like AutoZone or something? All right, 1 second. Let me check something. So my phone ain't wanting to charge. What the heck? There it goes. Yeah, bro. If it's O'Reilly's brand, man, get the aftermarket. Cause it's easy enough where you can change it yourself, and if it has a lifetime warranty, you can keep on changing it. But if it's their brand, I mean, I don't see why it would be a problem for a while. And $80 for a 2-year warranty or $30 for a lifetime, it should be the other way around. It should be $80 for a lifetime and $30 for a 2-year warranty. My man say 50% something. He's saying something in Spanish. I'm not very good at reading Spanish. I got you, bro. We finna start it right now. Alright, let's go ahead and get this thing cranked up, see what she does. See what she does. So if y'all have not yet, make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel, my YouTube channel, which is under the same name that my TikTok channel is. And if y'all have not followed the page, make sure you follow it if you want to save yourself some money on car repairs in the future. There you go, guys. She started up. We're gonna have to move this thing out the way so we can change out this oil pan gasket. As well. So if y'all have not yet, make sure that y'all follow the page and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And then I'll make sure that we keep it rolling. Out the way, just give me a quick second. Out the way, just give me a quick second. So make sure y'all subscribe right there on the YouTube. Yes, stop streaming. YouTube. Yes, stop streaming.